zwischen unseren Ländern weiter verstärken.
Thank you. Thank you, Chancellor Scholz. And distinguished guests, I want to express my gratitude for our meeting today. It was a productive discussion that further reinforced our nation's strong and enduring friendship. The friendship between Israel and Germany is rooted in a painful history, but it is also driven by shared hopes for a better future. On behalf of the people and government of Israel, I want to express our sincere appreciation for your commitment to Israel's security. I also want to thank you for your strong stance against anti-Semitism, which is an issue that should concern not only the Jewish state, but the entire civilized world. I look forward to working with you in the years ahead to deepen our economic relations. Israel and Germany are leaders in many economic areas, and combining our technology and our industry can propel both our countries towards a better future, a more prosperous future for both our peoples. Now, to create this better future for our peoples, we must stand together in confronting common dangers. And no danger is greater and of greater concern to Israel than Iran's pursuit of nuclear weapons. We discussed together how Israel and Germany can work together to thwart that pursuit. This was a main topic of our discussion because Iran is a regime that calls and works to destroy the one and only Jewish state. We stood on the platform this morning where the last Jews of Berlin, 18 Jews, 6 weeks before the collapse of the Nazi regime and the conquest of Berlin, were sent to the death camp. When you have such a fanatic ideology that seeks to destroy the Jewish people completely, erase them from the face of the earth, we had no defense at the time. Today there is a fanatical regime that seeks to erase the one and only Jewish state with over 6 million Jews in it from the face of the earth. We have a defense, and Israel will do what we have to do to defend ourselves. As I told the Chancellor, the Jewish people will not allow a second Holocaust. The Jewish state will do everything necessary to prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons, period. Of course, we'd like to do that with the concert and support and cooperation of the civilized powers of the world, the United States, the E3. I think we need to take a strong stance today against Iran and its quest to cross into a nuclear threshold and become a threshold state, basically a state that can produce nuclear weapons with the express desire to annihilate Israel. They say death to Israel, death to the United States, and a danger to everyone in between. Everyone in between is Germany, the EU. We have to act against it now. We have to communicate to Iran that it should not cross that threshold, or there will be heavy consequences. But again, Israel will do what Israel needs to do to defend itself against those who want to annihilate the Jewish state. Israel will also act against Iran's aggression and terrorism. Those who perpetrate terrorist attacks against Israel and those who send them will pay a heavy price. I have to say that we share the concerns of those who are trying to escalate the tensions in our region, those who are trying to inflame terrorism. We're doing everything we can in an effort also to cooperate with our neighbors to prevent that escalation from going through and to do so in the most responsible fashion. I've led Israel for many years. I've been able to bring about security and tranquility over a period of years, but there is a big challenge now because there are people who are trying to break that peace and break that tranquility. We'll try to thwart their plans and maintain as much security and peace as we can through the upcoming weeks. They'll be challenging. In addition to our security concerns, we discussed Israeli assistance to Ukraine and talked about advancing the sale of Arrow systems to Germany. I think this is a point of historical importance. 78 years ago, we were nothing. We were wind-tossed leaves sent to the ovens of destruction. Now, less than 80 years later, the representative of a sovereign Jewish state is talking to the leader of a new Germany, a different Germany, about having the Jewish state's defensive systems protect the skies of Germany. Germany is helping Israel. Israel is helping Germany. This security cooperation is two ways, and I think it shows, it highlights the remarkable transformation of the Jewish state. We also discussed highlighting that and deepening that by having youth exchanges, which we want to move forward on, and to have G2G, government-to-government meetings that have been stopped for the last 5 years because of COVID and other circumstances, to try to prepare the next one, which I think will advance everything that I discussed and many other things, such as Germany's participation in the economic projects of the Abraham Accords and perhaps future accords that we will have, which I think will benefit the entire world. I want to assure you, Chancellor Scholz, Israel is a liberal democracy and will remain a liberal democracy. I personally have led Israel for almost the last 16 years, and I've helped liberalize the Israeli system, liberalize its economy, liberalize its way of life, advance the rights of LGBTs. How many of you know, contrary to the image that is foisted, that the Likud has a powerful LGBT cell, and its leader was nominated by me and elected overwhelmingly to be the Speaker of the Israeli Knesset? I bet very few of you know that. The image that is foisted as though we're trying to bring a judicial reform to curtail the independence of the judiciary is not true. Israel has an independent judiciary, but many feel, I'm not able to talk about specific ideas, many feel that it is an all-powerful judiciary. An independent judiciary is not an all-powerful judiciary. The judicial reform is meant to bring into balance the three branches of government, and when that is accomplished, we will have the same balance that exists in any other democracy. I think we can borrow some of your ideas, Chancellor. We had an opportunity to discuss them. But in fact, they're very different from what people think or do not know about this judicial reform. For example, that in most countries, including in Germany, judges are chosen by elected officials. How you choose them, how you make sure that no one side overrides the other is important. But the ideas that are presented in Israel as though this is a break with democracy is not true. Israel will remain a liberal democracy, not different and as strong and as vibrant as it was before and as Europe is today. We are not going to deviate from that one bit, and we're committed to it. I want to say that I found the discussions with the Chancellor extremely productive. I look forward to continuing our discussion and to give you, Chancellor, a warm welcome in Jerusalem. Thank you for your hospitality and for our conversations.